Hey, Bleedbigblue. Tim from the podcast. Coming to you like I do every week. Obviously, this was a eventful week with this benching of Eli, which is, I'm going to talk about briefly. I'm just going to say, Eli, I respect you as a Giant. I knew this day would come. I don't think the Giants did it right. But I respect you as a man and a professional, the way you have dealt with it. And, maybe, after we make this coaching change, maybe you'll be back next year. Maybe you won't, but I wish you nothing but success. And I really appreciated you being a Giant. That being said, it's that time of the week. It's time for the 5-point preview. Alright, we're going to Oakland this week with Geno Smith at the helm. And that's number one on the 5-point preview, guys, is how is Geno Smith going to play? Now, Geno Smith, we saw him playing as a Jet, and we probably have pretty low expectations of what is going to happen, considering we really don't have any weapons to Geno to pass to, and I'm really scared for Geno as far as the pass protection, because Khalil Mack is going to be coming after him. But a good thing he's mobile. That's what McAdoo probably wants. More mobile quarterback, so we'll see what Geno does. But for some of you Giants fans that have been bitching about Eli, be careful what you ask for, because now you're going to see what life is like after Eli. Number 2. Speaking of the quarterback situation, are we going to see Davis Webb at all this week? Now, I know the plan is, come Davis Webb's going to get the start come Dallas when we come home. But, does Davis Webb get in the second half? If we're getting blown out, if Geno Smith's not doing anything, why not? Let Davis Webb get some reps in. I personally don't think it's a fair evaluation of Davis Webb, considering we don't have the greatest offensive line, and he really doesn't have anybody to pass to other than Evan Ingram, maybe Sterling Shepard, which I'll get into in a second. He might have those guys, and so how can we really evaluate a guy that really doesn't have the weapons and has no offensive line, and tell him, okay, you know what, you look good enough, we're not going to draft a quarterback, or you didn't play well enough, we're definitely drafting a quarterback? I think that's a little unfair, but we'll get into that into the offseason. But I want to see if Davis Webb plays this week. And I'm curious, just like all the rest of you, I want to see how Spider-Man plays. Number 3. Sterling Shepard. He hasn't played in the past couple weeks because of migraines, which, is fine, which I'm hoping it's not has nothing to do with concussions or anything like that. But what scares me is some of you guys that have played fantasy football and, watched the NFL over the past few years. Reminds me of somebody called Percy Harvin. When he used to get migraines out of nowhere, then couldn't play just sporadically. That's what I hope it's not. Now, I think Sterling Shepard is playing this week. I'm not positive. I haven't looked at the injury report like that. Obviously, they're going to, err on the side of caution and keep him out, because really, we're not playing for anything anyways. But I'm hoping this isn't a lingering thing. Sterling Shepard, you show me that you can be a number 1 wide receiver, and you definitely could be a solid number 2. So, get healthy. Hopefully this is not a lingering injury, lingering head thing. And can't wait for you to play next year with Odell. Number 4. Now that Janoris Jenkins is shut down for the year, officially, who's going to step up in his place? I don't know if Eli Apple's playing. I think he is this week. You know, all our prayers are out to him because I know he's dealing with his mom having, brain surgery and all that stuff. So it's got to be definitely a tough situation for him. But Eli Apple, there was rumors they were ready to walk out because so many people criticized you, players and coaches, in a film session. Show them that you got the talent. This is what I want to see. When Eli Apple's, back gets put to the wall, what's going to happen? I think he definitely has the talent. And he's a very young player, and he's impressionable. Obviously, some people influenced him the wrong way this past offseason because I'm sick of him wagging his finger every time he makes a play. He didn't do that the first year. He just made plays, made tackles, and he played a whole lot better his first year than he's playing this second year. I'm hoping he steps it up. If he's not playing DRC, obviously you're going to be covering Amari Cooper if he plays because Michael Crabtree's out. So you're definitely going to see targets. So DRC, step it up. Especially because you're probably not going to be on this team next year anyways. Unless you take a pay cut. So, you know what? I'm just curious how the secondary is going to play now that Janoris Jenkins is out. Because that's obviously a big loss. Number 5. This is a big thing for me, guys. Will this team play to win? Now, you guys say that like we've seen the past couple weeks where they didn't give the effort that they should have. But obviously, what bothers me the most of what's going on with the whole benching of Eli is it's pretty obvious that at the top of this organization, from the owners to the coaches, they're trying to tank the season. Now, some of you are like, hey, go for it, tank the season. But in the NFL, it's usually not this obvious that somebody's trying to tank the season. We're shutting down Janoris Jenkins, who probably could have played through it a little bit. We're benching Eli, and there's no way Geno Smith or Davis Webb is a better option than Eli with this offense. And we're not playing up to what we should be. So it's pretty obvious to me that we're tanking, and that's what bothers me. Cleveland Browns are not tanking. They're just a bad team. But they're trying to win. We're literally doing our best to try to lose. It just doesn't feel right to me, guys. And that's what I want to see. Who's got the heart? I know Landon Collins and Snacks Harrison have gotten pissed off over Twitter and over interviews of them even being considered not giving their full effort. And I believe them. I believe they're giving their full effort. I don't believe that for the rest of a lot of the other guys. And that's what I want to see is who's going to step it up. Who's going to show their heart for the rest of this season. We don't have many games left. They don't mean anything. But do you still want to win? That is the biggest question. And, it's about Giants' pride. Eli showed me that he wanted to win. He didn't want to be taken out. Especially if we were up at the half. He was like, you're not going to take me out to put Geno Smith and Davis Webb in. That makes no sense. It looks like you're not trying to win. And that's what I see out there, guys. They're not trying to win, which makes me laugh because Ben McAdoo, the only way you're going to save your job is if we all of a sudden we went on a run, and that's not going to happen. How can you go on a run when this team probably hates you at this point? Because from what I know, the Kansas City win, a lot of the inspiration was from Eli standing in front of the team and getting them pumped up. Well, what are you going to do now that you just ripped the heart out of this team? That's the big question. We're going to find out Sunday, guys. This rough season's almost over, but we're going to get through it together, guys, and we're going to look forward to the future. Because, you know what? This had to happen sometime. Hopefully, we draft one of these quarterbacks, or Davis Webb shows us that he's the man. Because I'm not ready to go through the dark days of having no quarterback again. But no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, I'm always going to bleed big blue. Always.